Joyful blessings. This is Kaylin Castell with a look at the September 14th Virgo new moon, and it is amazing. A super rare factor is taking place with this new moon that I will share more about in a moment, but it is continuing the theme that we looked at with the August Pisces full moon about dream weaving. And now we're looking at it more from the dream weaving, the web of a new earth reality. And there's so many amazing factors that are bringing this into play. So this Virgo new moon is where we plant the seeds and we reclaim the Virgo mysteries in a healthy way. So if we look at the Virgo mysteries being about restoring sacred reverence for the living earth in harmony with all life, then we get a sense of how important this is. It's also about restoring the sacred pattern and our sacred relationship with the natural cycles and seasons through living ceremony. And what I mean by living ceremony is it's not doing something that has always been done necessarily. It's about doing what's alive in the moment, about how to engage a ceremonial practice that helps you to feel that it's really bringing your intention alive for you in some way. And we'll talk about that a little bit more in a moment. This is also about recognizing the importance of Spider Woman, weaving and reweaving the web of creation, creating new living ceremonies that honor and celebrate the evolving pattern. And again, we're going to look at how to create some of those ceremonial intentions, just some suggestions to get you started and excited about doing this. On September 14th, 2023, the Virgo new moon is with a star called the nebula that marks the tail of the lion. We're going to see that in a moment. It's going to be exact at 6:39 p.m. Pacific time. So if you live in a different time zone, you could adjust that 9:39 p.m. Eastern time, depending on where you might be. And this new moon, you can see it's almost 22 degrees Virgo, 21:58. It's only 2 minutes from being in the next degree. So we could say it's a 22-degree Virgo moon opposite Neptune at 26. So it's about 4 degrees Neptune opposition that is energizing this new moon. And as Neptune continues to energize this dream weaving energy, we can plant the seeds to dream weave a new earth through the power of dreaming new dreams, very Neptunian, and based in love and compassion, also very Neptunian. Super exciting for this new moon. So here you can see, here's the sun and the moon together. Here's the star de nebula in the tail of the lion. We're going to see that a little more clearly in a moment. You won't see the new moon because it's with the sun, but once the sun goes down, which won't be too much longer after the exact new moon, depending on where you are, where you are on the planet, and I'm just saying this is from my perspective, I guess, but you can get a sense of it. You'll see Mars and also Spica, and if you look far enough further towards the east, from the west to the east, you'll see Antares, the heart of the Scorpion, and Spica being aligned with Arcturus. So there's some things that are really fun to look at in the evening sky once the sun and the moon have set. Now, just to give you a sense of how the Lion constellation is set up currently, Regulus, the heart star of the lion, it's also one of the 4 royal stars of the ancients, connected to Archangel Regulus. Raphael, another R word, Raphael, and the whole entire body of the lion is in the seasonal sign of Virgo. This means that where the sun is in the 30 days prior to the September equinox, when the sun reaches 0 degrees Libra, and that creates the balance of day and night. So it's a seasonal energy. The signs referring to here are seasonal signs, the seasonal signs. The constellation, we call this constellation the Lion because it's no longer associated with the season of Leo, except for maybe the very head of the lion still has a little bit in that seasonal sign. But the seasons are different than the constellations. And I will again put a link to video that explains why this is in more depth. Okay, so here we have the sun and moon in alignment with the star Denebola. Of course, we won't see this star, but it's sourcing something new, planting seeds for something new. And every year the sun is with the star. The moon just so happens to be there also this year around September 13th or 14th. And this is right as we're going into the September equinox time, about a week away. Now, the lion or the lioness, the constellation where this new moon is taking place, is in the near the tail of the lion, it has codes of royalty, and these codes of royalty are about being in service to the people. So the king or queen or however they are called, whatever the royal family is called, their original intention was to be in service to the people. So this star, the nebula, then links the highest and best of these codes from our ancient origins and assists in bringing through the new visions of how these codes are evolving to best serve this time. And something to realize also about the tail of the lion is that it is directing us from the past toward our future. That is part of what the tail is about, and this experience of this particular star. And so this is about how to serve as a radiant and shining one, as a divine being, as someone who truly loves who they are and lives all life as a result. So the ultimate intent is to empower others to express their own true divine nature. And this is something that is encoded from the past and we can bring into the future during this new moon time. Pretty spectacular, pretty amazing. And I'll just quickly say, I did a canoe trip down the Green River in Moab, Utah, Canyonlands, Utah. And I was at the front of the boat and I could not steer where that boat went at all. The person in the back of the boat or the tail of the boat was the person who was steering where we were going. So I was having a very direct experience of how it is from the tail that we are being directed towards our future. And something else that's happening with this new moon is a comet, Nishimura, that was discovered on August 12th, and it is in our vicinity. It's also very close to this new moon. We'll see that in a moment. But comets bring new energy and often a wild and unexpected perspective, expanding energy that they bring this with them into our part of the world and our part of the universe, our part of the galaxy. So they encourage us to see, feel, and perceive beyond our everyday norms into the high magic that is possible when we allow ourselves to know it is possible. This comet is closest to the Earth on September 12th, and it's closest to the Sun on September 17th. And it has an orbit of about 430 years. I've seen different numbers, 458 years, different numbers for this comet. The last time it would have been at perihelion or close, and also closest to the Earth, was around 1588. So it was a long time ago. And a lot of things were shifting and changing around that time. So what new energy is this bringing in at a new moon when it's closest to the Earth? Is within 2 days of its closest approach to the Earth at the new moon, and within 3 days of its closest approach to the Sun at the new moon. This is really spectacular, really unusual, really rare, really a moment to pay attention to and to be tuned into. Now, the path of the comet, this is from my Star Walk app. It's showing where it has been and where it is now. So here we are around the time of this recording. It's in the constellation of the Lion. And on the day before the exact new moon, it's close to the tail of the Lion. And then it will be very close to Denebola with the new moon on September 14th. And then September 16th, it'll be just moving out of the Lion. It'll be actually between the Lion and the Priestess. Here's the head of the Priestess and the tail of the Lion, and that's where this will be. And that's actually where the sun rises at the September equinox. So this is spectacular. During this time also, we have Venus. The moon is passing here on September 11, and representing the crown chakra gate. So there's so much that this comet is impacting and influencing. It's worth our time, our awareness, our knowing, and bringing this powerful magical energy into whatever our ceremonial intentions are at this time. Now, one of the things I would recommend, and I'll put the link in the show notes to the Spider Woman song, is to listen to that song as you are weaving your intentional web at this new moon. So there is a woman who weaves the night sky. See what she spins, how her fingers fly. She is within us, beginning to end, our grandmother, our sister, our friend. She is the needle and we are the thread. She is the weaver and we are the web. She is the flow and we are the ebb. She changes everything she touches and everything she touches changes. I love this song. Singing this song and creating an altar, creating ceremonial intentions, whatever it is that you do, dancing to this song, chanting this song can be part of your ceremonial living ceremony at this time. Some other things you can do are create an earth altar as a way of expressing gratitude and appreciation for the earth, or just simply place your hands on the earth and send a blessing, send love into the earth. You can add to or create an altar. You can add stones and flowers or anything that feels honoring of the earth. You can actually create an earth altar, a medicine wheel, that further activates and honors your deepening connection to the earth as your sacred home. Here's one I had in my last home it's been a while since I've been there, but this is one I created with rose quartz and aquamarine and quartz crystals, making the circle and this cross with a petroglyph, sending that being is sending a love light into the earth. Very cool representation of that. And the current altar I have here at the home I'm in with calcite, red and green calcite chrysocolla. The center stone is aquamarine, and then the quartz crystals forming the square. I mean, the cross in the circle. So these are just some examples to get you inspired. You don't have to use these things. You can just use stones, whatever works for you. Also, highly recommended. You maybe want to dance, walk barefoot, lie, sit on the earth, receive Earth's healing energy, and send your loving energy into the earth, as we already mentioned. You can open to receive a sign or a message that your ceremonial magic is already manifesting. I highly, highly recommend that, because it is a powerful way to let you know that your intentions are being worked on by the universe, and that you're in harmony and in flow with all of that. And then also take some time to journal your experience for deeper insights around what's happened with you when you did your ceremony. It could simply be that you go out and watch the setting sun. It could simply be that you place your hands on the earth while watching the setting sun. It could be very simple that you have the intention to become more aligned with earth magic that is already here for us. Now, I've been very excited about the 13 Original Clan Mothers book by Jamie Sams. She goes through each moon phase, new moon phase. And the September new moon, she relates to the setting sun woman. It's the 9th moon cycle of the year. And it really kind of sums up, because it talks about the dreams, and it talks about aligning ourselves with these energies. So here's the poem that she creates in this book. Keeper of tomorrow's dreams, mother of the star-filled night, show me how to live my truth and bring my dreams to light. Teach me how to use my will, living the truth I find within, discovering all the parts of me where light and shadow blend. Let me sing the song of future with concern for what will be, upholding all of nature's laws for creatures, stones, and trees. Mother, I see you in the sunset, and I hear you in the rain. You teach me inner knowing through your heart's sweet refrain. So that might be a way to also set up your ceremonial moment, where you just read this to yourself or listen to this again and have that come out. Now, something I shared in the August full moon video was Gary Wright's song Dreamweaver. And spectacularly, I had no idea that full moon was on August 30th, and I created that video at the end of August. September 4th, he passed from this world. So just really honoring him. And he was inspired to come up with this song from Autobiography of Yogi, and also George Harrison connection and how he traveled to India with him and so on. This song came out in 1975, and in 1976, it was #2 on the top 40 Billboard chart. It did reach #1 on Cashbox, which was an American music industry magazine that was published weekly from July 1942 to November 1996. And so this was a very popular song, one of my favorites when I was growing up, and I didn't even really realize how amazing it was until I was listening to it recently, and I'm like, oh my God, this is so much the energy that we're in right now for the full moon and also this new moon. So Gary Wright did die on September 4th, and the reason was given was it was from complications due to Parkinson's and Lewy body dementia. And there's an article which I will make sure is in the show notes that you can access if you want to find out more about that. I'll share the words to the song as my closing, but first, just to remind you that there will be additional links in the show notes to articles and videos. As also, if you are not a subscriber, definitely subscribe so you get notified. Click the notification bell so you'll get notified when I post a new video. And if you want to know more about the zodiacal constellations and how the seasonal signs are moving through them, you can check out our magic and also our Magical Stellar Gateways course that's starting in November. You can go to My Star Alchemy to check that out. And we're going to wrap this up as a way of closing the sacred space of this ceremonial time and going forward with this dream weaving energy. I've just closed my eyes again, climbed aboard the Dreamweaver train. Driver, take away my worries of today and leave tomorrow behind. Oh, Dreamweaver, I believe you can get me through the night. Oh, Dreamweaver, I believe we can reach the morning light. Fly me high through the starry skies, maybe to an astral plane. Cross the highways of fantasy. Help me forget today's pain. Oh, Dreamweaver, I believe you can get me through the night. Oh, Dreamweaver, I believe we can reach the morning light. Through the dawn, though the dawn may be coming soon, there still may be some time. Fly me away to the bright side of the moon. Meet me on the other side. Oh, Dreamweaver, I believe you can get me through the night. Oh, Dreamweaver, I believe we can reach the morning light. And so in our dream weaving with this new moon in Virgo, weaving a new web and coming into sacred alignment, into sacred honoring, into a way of creating a new earth that is aligned with love and compassion for all life. May you have a spectacular and magical new moon ceremony.